Hey, it's Mr. Elmhorst. We're going to take a look at just a few things before we move on to the next grade level at the end of this school year. I want to make sure that we're practicing the variables on both sides and how to solve equations with VOBS. So if there's any distributive property where we have a group being multiplied by a factor, we need to distribute, then combine like terms, and then we're going to solve for the variable. So the first one right here, using our strategy that we learned in 6th and 7th grade. So we circle our variable terms and assign to the left. And then if we have more than one variable term, then we're going to combine like terms. And then if we have variable terms on both sides of the equal sign, then we're going to get the variables, we're going to consolidate and combine by focusing on the side that has the most positive, or that would give us the most positive variable terms. So here we have 3b and 3b. So if we remove these variable terms from the right side, 3b, we subtract 3b, and then we come over here, that would actually take care of both of those on both sides. So we're left with 5b plus 5 equals -4. Now we're just going to solve using opposite. Circle your variable term. Now we have one variable term, and we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, and we're left with 5b is equal to -9, and then we have -9 divided by 5. So the variable is multiplied by 5. So to inverse, do the opposite of multiplying by 5. We're going to divide by 5, and then we do that on both sides of our equal comparison sign. So b equals -9 over 5. Now I want to check my answer real quick. And so I'm going to turn on the TI nSpire, and I'm going to type in that expression and then solve for the variable b. So we're going to use nsolve. So just type in nsolve, and then parentheses, what are we going to solve for? So we got 5b plus 3b plus 5, and that's equal to, that's right, equal to sign is up over here on the left. So we got nsolve parentheses 5b plus 3b plus 5 equals 3b minus 4. Now don't just type it in there, that's what is being solved. Now we're going to put in the comma, and we're going to solve for b, and then close what we're solving. And we hit enter, and so that's -1.8, and we ended up with -9/5, and if we divided that out, we would have ended up with b is equal to -1.8. Okay, looking at number 2. Number 2, we're going to distribute -6. -6 times 7 gives us -42, and -6 times 3x. -6 times 3 is going to give us -18x, and that is equal to -7 times 10x, so that's -70x, and then -7 times 4 will give us -28. So now we've distributed. We're done with distributive property. Now we're going to combine like terms. So because these are both negative, if we inverse -70x, we would get more positive x's on the other side of our comparison symbol, our solving. So we take away, we add 70x to both sides. That's going to remove variables on the right side, and we're left with -42 plus, we have 70x minus 18x. So 70 minus 10 is 60, minus 8 That's going to give us a positive 52x, and that's equal to negative 28. Circle our variable term. We're going to add 42 to both sides. And we're solving for x here. So after we do that, now we're going to divide by 52. So we have 28, let's clear that. So 28, we're going to make that negative. 28 negative, we're going to zoom in here just a little bit. So the negative key is down here on bottom, so we got negative 28. Negative 28 plus 42. Oh, it moved. Plus 42. And we want to do that first. And then after we do negative 28 plus 42, we're going to divide by 52. So that's going to give us 7 over 26. All right, so doing it this way, it gave us a fraction, 7 over 26. So let's just double check it using nSolve. So we just do nSolve, parentheses, close parentheses. We're going to put everything in there, so we're going to do negative 6, parentheses, 7 plus 3, and the variable x is in white down here on the bottom. So we got x, y, z. Then close the parentheses, and that is equal to equals negative 7 parentheses 10 x plus 4 close parentheses. So after we get all that in there, then we need to tell it what to do. So this is what is being solved, and we need to put in the variable, and we're going to solve for comma x, and then close parentheses, which we don't need to, I put it in there already. So if we put it in there all correctly, so we got negative 7 parentheses 7 plus 3x equals negative 7 10x plus 4, and then solve for x. And that is 0.269. Okay, so we solved 0.269. And we can check our fraction, 726. 7 divided by 26. And then do menu. Oh, convert to decimal. Then hit enter. And that fraction, 726, does convert to the decimal that we were looking for. Okay, take a look at number 3. We're going to distribute negative 7 times 4. It's going to give us negative 28. And there's no distributive property over here, so we got negative 7 times negative 8, which is a negative times negative is going to be positive 56. So if we add 28h to both sides, that will get rid of our negative 28 and give us more positive h's over here. So we got variables on both sides. So we have 56, which is equal to 28h minus 3. So we got 25h plus 5 minus 5 from both sides. And then we're going to divide that by 25. And this is going to look not right here, so this would be 51. 56 minus 5 is going to be 51 divided by 25. So we got 51 divided by 25. 51 over 25, and we go to menu and then convert. So if we did it correctly this way, we should end up with h equals 2.04. And then let's try that with nSolve. So nSolve parentheses -7 parentheses 4h minus 8 close parentheses equals -3 h plus 5, and then we put the equation in there. We need to put in comma h. So this is what we're solving, and then this is what we're solving for. We're solving for h. So we got nSolve, and we hit enter, and we do come up with the same answer, 2.04. Last example here, we have 3 positives. We circle our variable terms, separate the left side and right side. We have positive 3f and negative 3f. Well, if we combine like terms, they're both on the same side, so we can just cancel. And then -8 and -4 can be combined like terms, non-variable terms, as -12. -9 plus 2f. And then we add 2f, add 9 to both sides, and then we have -9, -12 plus 9, which is going to give us -3, and then divide both sides by 2 here, so we got 2f, so we have -3, using the negative integer key down below, we have -3 divided by 2. So -3 over 2 is going to be converted. Go to menu, number, convert to decimal, hit enter. So it's going to give us -1.5. Got -1.5, and instead of going back up and typing all that in here, we can check our consolidating. We can put nSolve parentheses, and let's just do this equation right here. It's a 2-step equation. So we have -12 equals -9 plus 2f. So we've got -12 plus 9, or -12 equals -9 plus 2f. So let's make sure we got it. -12 equals -9 plus 2f. And then comma, solve for f. Close out the parentheses, make sure we're good, and then hit enter. And even if we do it that way, we're still going to come up with the same answer.